Aloha, everybody, and welcome to the Mind of Marlin. Today is May 1st, 2020, and it's May Day. In Hawaii, it's called Lay Day, but the ancients, the pre-Christian, pre-Judaic cultures called it Beltane. Beltane is one of 4 cross-quarter days that fall exactly between the solstices and the equinoxes. So one of them is Beltane, the other is Lughnasdh, which falls on August 2nd. The next one is Samhain, which we call Halloween. And then the one after that is Candlemas, which falls on February 2nd, which we turned into Groundhog Day. Now, why is it the ancients celebrated these days? It's very interesting. They recognized the solstice and the equinoxes, but they didn't celebrate those as much as they did the cross-quarter days, the days that fell between the equinoxes and the solstices, because they saw through their observation that it took about 6 weeks for the season to be exemplified on the planet. So even though March 21st is the spring equinox, does it feel like spring March 21st? No, it's cold, it's rainy, it's wet, May 1st, well, now you have April showers bring May flowers. So the exemplification of the season of the spring is everything is in bloom. There are chicks, there's rabbits, there's fertility rites, which is what the maypole was all about. So March 21st, June 21st, equinox and the solstice, Beltane falls right in between. The next one from June 21st, that's the summer solstice, but it doesn't really feel like summer. The next summer, where it really feels like summer, the dog days of summer, is August 2nd. And that particular holiday is called Lughnasdh. And August 2nd, those are the dog days of summer. That's when it feels the hottest. And it's also when they celebrated the first harvest, the summer harvest. The next one, as you move around the wheel, the fall equinox would be September 21st, but it's not really fall. Fall is exemplified October 31st. You have your second harvest, your fall harvest. All the leaves are changing color at that point. And we're between the veil of living and the dead, right? So that's what Samhain was all about, where it was the veil between the two worlds of the living and the dead, which is, exemplified here on the planet. Everything is dying off. We're moving into the winter months, and they called that one Samhain. And the church, what they did was they couldn't get the ancients to change their habits and their holidays. So they made November 1st All Saints' Day. And so the day before became All Hallowed Eve, which morphed into Halloween. Now, the next one moving around the wheel between the winter solstice and the spring equinox falls February 2nd. Now, December 21st is the solstice, but the dead of winter happens in February. That's when it's the very coldest. And they called it Candlemas. It was the return of light, because now the sun was starting to come back. The days were starting to change a little bit. And we called it Groundhog's Day. The groundhog comes out. If he sees a shadow, there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter or something to that effect. Down in South America, they call February 2nd the Feast of the Virgin, which I find really curious. So now you have an understanding of May Day and how the solstices and the equinox line up with the ancients and how the cross-quarter days are the ones celebrated. So it's May Day, everybody. Get out there and put a pole in the ground and dance around it. Now, if you can't do that, all of us are in lockdown right now. Take a moment, go online, read about it. Take a look at some of the celebrations around the world and how they celebrated this particular day. In Hawaii, they put flowers, leis on you. But flowers are growing all the time in Hawaii anyway, so. And that's all I got for you today. Tune in a couple of days from now, and I'm going to read a piece about recycling tattoos, which is always great fun. Aloha, stay safe, love everybody. Bye.